from bad to worse. It's the perfect time to be transformed. I'm Mike Morrison with 2 minutes of insight and inspiration. Welcome to 2 Minute Transformation. I've heard that phrase uttered more than a few times, and it seems I hear it more and more. There's a lot of suffering all around us, folks. Perhaps you're watching the webcast today and you're desperate. In fact, I pray every day that God would somehow direct people in crisis to our Facebook page or our YouTube channel where they might find hope and encouragement to help them find their way to God. I've got good news. When life has gone from bad to worse, it's never too late to find your way to Jesus, who will not pass you by. That was the case in Luke chapter 7. Jesus is on his way to a city called Nain. As he's entering the city gate, a funeral procession is on its way out. Luke tells us that being carried out of the city was a dead man, and goes on to tell us he was the only son of his mother, who was a widow. So here we find this poor woman who has had to bury her husband. In fact, in first century Israel, the care of the mother would fall to the sons. Large families were considered especially blessed because many sons meant prosperity for the family as they worked together for their daily survival. This woman's bad situation, widowed and only one son to care for her, has just gone to worse. He is now being carried out to be buried. Apart from Christ, death seems pretty final. Her sorrow must have been great. Luke tells us that Jesus saw her and had compassion on her. I mean, who wouldn't? As she's passing by, he reaches his divine hand to comfort her and says to her, "Don't cry." And then verse 14, Jesus goes on to touch the coffin that contained the lifeless body of her only son. Luke recalls, "Then he came and touched the open coffin, and those who carried him stood still, and he said, 'Young man, I say to you, arise.'" It's never too late for Jesus. Your life may have gone from bad to worse, and your hope may be dead. Carry that coffin by him, and you'll be transformed.